Welcome back to today's Explainer. Today we're diving into something that is literally a massive, incredibly frustrating headache for almost every growing business out there. We're talking about that huge chasm, that gap between what happens on the ground in daily operations and the high-level visibility that ownership desperately needs just to keep the lights on and survive. So let's explore how a system called UniERP steps in to actually bridge that gap.
Okay, listen to this quote. Data is everywhere, control is nowhere. Doesn't that just hit right in the gut? I mean, it's way too close to home. It doesn't even matter what industry you're in. You've probably got spreadsheets, endless emails, isolated little tools, all just generating absolute mountains of data every single hour. And yet, when you actually need to grab the wheel and steer the ship, nobody feels like they're fully in control.
So let's get into Section 1, the universal business problem.
Here's the reality. Operations are running every day, right? Departments are working incredibly hard. But they aren't actually working together. The data is just completely scattered across all these different silos. And because the systems don't talk to each other, humans have to step in and manually compensate. We've all felt the absolute pain of hunting down that one crucial rogue spreadsheet on a Friday afternoon just to get a basic answer. And the result of all this? Leadership ends up flying totally blind. They lack real-time visibility. Reports come in late, which means any action happens even later. Ultimately, decisions are relying on delayed or just half-baked information, so management is constantly reacting to fires instead of actually leading the company.
Now, when faced with these massive headaches, the gut instinct is usually, hey, let's just buy another piece of software to fix it. It's a Band-Aid. But the absolute last thing enterprises need is another isolated Excel replacement, or another super niche department-specific tool. I mean, actually, scratch that. That just creates another silo. What's actually needed is one unified system across all departments. You need a seamless flow of data that gives you a single source of truth, giving real-time insight straight to leadership.
Which brings us to Section 2, the intelligent brain solution.
So the solution highlighted in our source material today is UniERP. And rather than just looking at this as, another piece of software, it helps to think of UniERP as acting like one intelligent brain for the entire enterprise. It's a comprehensive enterprise resource planning system, but it's specifically designed to collapse all those fragmented, messy silos into one source of truth, one fluid stream of data, and ultimately, one single version of reality for the whole business.
And the team behind this intelligent brain brings some serious credibility to the table. The developer is UniCrest Solutions, and they aren't just some flashy startup trying to figure things out on the fly. They were founded way back in 2004. So they specialize in software innovation with a really dedicated team of over 50 experts. With their U.S. headquarters and a truly global footprint, they've built a robust track record of providing tailored IT solutions. They're all about integrating cutting-edge tech directly into business environments to seriously boost both productivity and security.
And here is the tangible proof that total control is actually possible. We are talking about taking your entire enterprise and making it visible on a single screen. Right here, you can see annual sales, outgoing bills, profit and loss, all of it syncing in real time. There's absolutely no more waiting around until the end of the month just to figure out if you actually made a profit. The absolute reality of your business is sitting right there in front of you.
Moving right along to Section 3, UniERP core features.
So how does it achieve this total visibility? Well, it uses perfectly integrated core modules. Let's run through the first four. First up, financial management. This handles your general ledger, real-time P&L, and even multi-currency accounting. Second, inventory and warehouse. This gives you real-time stock tracking across multiple locations and even handles automated reordering. Third is manufacturing, which seamlessly manages bills of materials, work orders, and shop floor capacity. And fourth, sales and CRM. This tracks the whole shebang, from a brand new lead all the way down to a closed deal and automated quotations.
But wait, the arsenal builds even further. Coming in at number 5, purchase management. This automates material requests and tracks suppliers. Sixth, HR and payroll. This takes care of the really tedious stuff like attendance, leave management, and automated payroll with full tax compliance. Seventh is project management, keeping your teams completely on track with Gantt charts, timesheets, and resource allocation. And finally, number 8, analytics and dashboards. This pulls the whole picture together with customizable, live KPIs and drill-down reports. It is a completely connected arsenal where absolutely everything, literally from your human resources right down to your supply chain, talks to each other natively.
All right, let's look at Section 4, One Connected Flow. Because the real magic here is the immense amount of data routing that's happening entirely in the background. Information from sales flows directly into manufacturing, which then flows right into inventory, which then triggers purchasing and immediately updates accounting. The intelligent brain handles all of this immense complexity completely effortlessly, and that saves your team from the nightmare of endless manual data entry and cross-referencing between disconnected systems.
Let's actually ground this with a really concrete example from the source material. Think about the connected flow of manufacturing, where the actual physical work gets done. It starts off perfectly cleanly at step 1 with a bill of materials. Now that automatically feeds into step 2, generating a production plan. That plan immediately creates a work order at step 3, which trickles right down to a job card on the shop floor at step 4. Then, step 5 triggers the material transfer from the warehouse, finally culminating in step 6, manufacturing, quality inspection, and finished goods. The data is literally flowing right alongside the physical product, every single step of the way, without missing a single beat.
But importantly, the system's reach doesn't just stop at the warehouse doors. This connected flow extends really deeply into administrative and human resource tasks too. For example, all of that operational data, the attendance, the timesheet logging, it all effortlessly feeds into things like stage 6 of the HR module. We're talking about the automated generation of a salary slip. It calculates all the earnings, the deductions, and generates the net pay. And it does it completely without any of that tedious manual data entry.
So this all brings us to the ultimate question you really have to ask yourself as we wrap up today's explainer. Is your business moving fast while visibility moves slow? Think about it. If your operations are just speeding ahead, but your management team is constantly looking in the rearview mirror through delayed, outdated reports, well, it might be time to finally stop adding band-aids. It might be time to start looking for a single intelligent brain like UniERP. Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible tool. I highly encourage you to take a hard look at your own enterprise setup with this fresh perspective. Keep learning, keep optimizing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.